Hello, Facebook friends. How are you? Happy New Year to you. Here we are. Can you believe it? We are at the beginning of a new year. 2026 is here. Can you believe it? Seems like yesterday we just had 2025. Time is moving. It waits for no one. I woke up to the all the texts, and the calls and stuff on my phone, hearing from friends. I tell you, it is a blessing to have friends. It is a blessing to have family that you love and that loves you and that can reach out to you. Listen, we are so blessed. Amen. We are empowered to prosper and succeed. Here we are at the fresh new start of a year, being able to do that. Amen. I was in conversation with someone recently, and this person was talking about how they hadn't done this, they hadn't done that, they haven't accomplished this thing in their life, they haven't accomplished that thing in their life. And they were just saying, at their age, that most people are further along, or most people have this or that. And I began to tell this person, listen, embrace where you are. I didn't say always stay where you are. I didn't say always be content and not propel to move forward. But the thing that I did say is to be content in where you are. Although those things may be true, you may have made bad decisions in the past. You may have not use wisdom in making certain choices. You may not have been good stewards over the things that God has blessed you with, and maybe you don't have those things anymore. So all those things in this individual's life was true. But as I reminded them, I am reminding you, as we start this brand new year in 2026, wherever you are, first of all, don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself with others. You don't know what that person has going on then in their life. They don't know what you have going on in your life. Be content where you are. Look at where you are. Look at what God is doing in your life. Take the time to be still. What is He saying? What is He showing you? What is He teaching you? Observe those things that are around in your circle. Observe those things that are going on in your life. And let it be a teachable moment. Perhaps God is trying to propel you in a different direction. So never ever compare yourself with someone else. Be content in the season that you're in, meaning live life. Be in the moment, because sometimes we are so focused on our past traumas, our past decisions, our past mistakes, that we are not able to really see what's going on in our life at the moment and see what God is doing. Listen, you are not that same person that you were even just yesterday. You are not that same person that you were a year ago. You are not the same person over the years or throughout last year. So if you have made change in your life, if God has taken you on a new direction and you have stopped doing maybe some of the things that you were doing, and it all doesn't necessarily have to be bad, because a lot of times that's what we focus on. But even in the things that God is changing and rearranging in your life, if you are no longer that person anymore, give yourself a pat on the back. Be excited about yourself and love you. Don't compare. Be content. Learn to live in the moment, embracing this season of your life. And then, of course, I know everybody, this is 2026. A lot of people sit down at this moment to make plans for the year, which is great. A lot of people have New Year's resolutions that they put into place, or they are planning to exercise, they're planning to eat right, they're planning to spend more time with God. Well, all that is great. But if I can tell you one thing to think about, every person has a different plan for their life. God has created plan, purpose for everyone's life. However, everyone's life is different. It is not the same. So don't compare yourself. Be content again where you are. Strive, live in the moment. Strive to be there. Be in the moment, in the now, and embrace life and what is going on in your life. Let God this year, in all that you do, in all your resolutions, in all your changes, in all your hopes, your dreams, your plans, your visions, let God set the pace. Don't set the pace for your own self. Let God set the pace. You know, even in Psalms 23, David was talking about God. But if you look at that whole context, if you look at all the things that were going on, if you really take a look, God actually was described in Psalms 23 as the pace setter. He is the one for our lives. Don't be distracted. Don't lose focus. But every day, take a moment to let God set the pace in this year. May God bless you. May God keep you. May God shine his face upon you and meet you exactly where you are. Happy New Year 2026.